Welcome back to RealAg Radio for this week's Rocky Talk segment, which is brought to you by Rocky Mountain Equipment. Dependability is what we do. For more information, go to rockymtn.com. And joining me for Rocky Talk this week is Joel Hoehn from Rocky Mountain Equipment. He's the Divisional Service Manager. Hey, how's it going, Joel?
Good. Yourself, Sean?
Pretty good. Let's talk this week about cooling system maintenance. What are some of the things that we got to remember?
Cooling system maintenance. Okay, well, cooling is a big part of your machine's ability to dissipate heat, right? Every time that engine turns over, your cylinder fires, which creates heat, right? You put more load on the machine, it generates more heat. So your cooling system is responsible for dissipating heat out of your cooling system of your machine and your engine oil. So a big part of this is ensuring that you have the right coolant in at the right ratios, and also ensure that you've got good airflow through your cooling system package to ensure maximum heat dissipation.
Oh, okay, so how do I make sure I have the right coolant and the right ratios like you're talking about?
Okay, so one thing that you need to do is you need to read your operator's manual. Prior to Tier 4B, there was standard coolant was used on most of our machines. You know, it was aluminum, certified for working with aluminum components, which is a critical thing, and prevent cavitation. With the introduction of Tier 4B, there was OAT Coolant, organic acid technology. This coolant works at a higher heat level. It dissipates heat faster, and it's also a better cavitation protectant for the engine. The one thing with OAT and coolant is you can't mix the old coolant and the new coolant, or you get jello.
Ooh, and Joel, I don't know a lot about mechanics, I'll be honest with you, but jello in the coolant system is not a good thing.
That is correct. You need high volumes of circulation there. And if you do mix the stuff, it's very important that you immediately stop and flush that out if you realize that you've done it. It can cause all kinds of problems. It can block off your heater core. It can block off air bleed ports in your coolant, causing hot areas in your engine. It can cause significant system damage to your engine. One thing, though, is when you fill your coolant or top off your coolant, make sure you look for a sticker. It will have a yellow sticker saying OAT coolant required on it. If in doubt, contact your dealer or read your your operator's manual. Will have it very specifically highlighted in there.
Yeah, that was my next question. So if I have a Tier 4B engine and I see that sticker, that OAT sticker, I have to use the OAT coolant. I can't use the regular coolant?
No, you should use the OAT coolant. What we have heard of are customers that have drained the OAT coolant out and changed it back to the original standard coolant in the machine. Long-term effects of that are very likely cylinder cavitation, and you don't want that on your multi-$1,000 engine. Use the right stuff. It's designed to last longer.
I was actually also going to ask you about other things you can do outside of the cooling system, like making sure you blow off the front of your machine during busy times.
Yeah, that's correct. Make sure you got good airflow through your coolers and your everything, your air package in the front there. Your machine requires a large amount of air to keep cool to generate that kind of horsepower. Simple things too is changing that coolant every 2 years also helps with that machine too. Lots of these machines now do not have coolant filters. They're just it's a parent board block or a solid core block. In which case, the best thing you can do for these machines is change that coolant every 2 years or 2,000 hours, whatever it specifies in the manual. Lots of people don't do that, and down the line, it's very, very important for the longevity of your equipment that you actually change that coolant.
Hey, Joel, really appreciate you joining us here for Rocky Talk.
You betcha, Sean. Anytime, man.
That is Joel Hoehn. He is the Divisional Service Manager with Rocky Mountain Equipment. If you want more information on Rocky Mountain Equipment, go to rockymtn.com. We'll be right back on RealAg Radio right after this.